Hello, happy Sunday to you. It's been a crazy morning here. Smoke alarm just went off in our house. Don't know why. I was vacuuming because I'm cleaning the basement a bit, trying to get it more organized, and started vacuuming the rug at the other end, and the smoke alarms throughout the whole house started going off. So I don't know if it's something with that vacuum or what. But I thought I would just hop on here real quick and do a quick haul from stuff that I picked up last weekend and this weekend. And it's not a lot of stuff. There wasn't a whole lot of garage sales. We did stop at quite a few, but there just wasn't anything there. A lot of clothes and toys, that sort of thing. So, but I did get some items. All of it is available for purchase. So if you see something you like, you can always message me. And then we went to Home Goods. So I'm going to show you what some of the items I got at Home Goods too. Oh, I forgot you were here. I picked up a couple sweatshirts, one for me and one for Gino. She put them in with the stuff I bought here. I'm going to show you the Home Goods stuff. Just start with the bag in front of me here. They had some cute Halloween stuff, and that's what I was looking for. Halloween. Got Gino a nice comfy sweatshirt there. He'll like that. All right. I've been down in this basement working. What time is it? It's almost 4 o'clock. I've been down here since 8:30. Packing up stuff, cleaning, reorganizing, wiping stuff off. I had to reorganize my whole packing table. On the other side of that is like a craft table, junk pile table, trying to get that cleaned off, clean the floors. It's just still a mess down here. I have so much stuff. I just need to get rid of some stuff. So, all right. Let me show you. And I'm going to try and unpack it where I can almost put the paper back on. She has it all wrapped in paper for me here, which is great. I did not have time to do a haul yesterday because I got home super late. And then we had to be over at Gino's sister's house to play cards. So, and we're going over to play cards at his cousin's house tonight. So it's just, the weekends are just always busy. I feel like I'm run. But I have tomorrow off. It's a holiday. So that will be nice, especially after the Friday I had where it was back to back calls the whole day. We had an hour wait on phones. It was not fun. I felt so bad for people. But anyway, I'm going to show you these here. I did get 2 of each one. I don't know. I had to have them. What I'm going to use them for, I don't know. Sometimes we'll have a Halloween party at our house, and I can put little treats and stuff on them. I make different little, appetizers and stuff like that, so I thought we could use them for these. These are made by Ellie and Anna. They are very similar, and this big one here was $6.99. But they're vintage-inspired plates. Hi, Kim. So I got this big one. This is like a huge dinner plate size one. And it's got the cat, the pumpkin. I did get 2 of each one of the plates I'm going to show you, okay? So 2 of these, this would be great for some of the appetizers that we put out. We make these little wieners, and everybody loves them. We call them little wieners. We have to take them to every family event. But what they are is you get the little wieners this big, the sausage ones, not the hot dog ones, the little smoked sausage or whatever they're called. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get a thing of bacon, and you want to cut it into thirds. And then you're going to roll that little piece of bacon and put a toothpick in it. Roll it around each little hot dog, put a toothpick in it. Line them up on your plate and put the toothpicks all leaning to one side. And you're going to sprinkle brown sugar on top. Bake it until they're brown, and then take the toothpicks and move them the other way and more brown sugar on top. And you bake them till they're dark, and that bacon starts to crisp up. Those are a favorite. People go crazy for those every year. So those plates would be good for something like that, right? And this one is a little smaller. These were $5.99. This one's got the bat and the pumpkin. I love this vintage inspired like decor. I don't care if it's old. I love the old pumpkins and the little cats, and she does a really good job, or whoever does this. It's Ellie and Anna. It's kind of, it reminds me of well, I'll know her name. Is it Johanna Parker? That's what it reminds me of. And I'm just feeling there's a little chip on my plate here. Must have grabbed one with a chip. Darn it, I'm going to have to take that one back. So I'll leave that sit out. And then the other one is the black one. And this one's my favorite. I thought it was really cool. So we got 2 of all of those. Oh, that bat one is chipped, but I'm glad I caught it. I can just exchange it before they're all gone, hopefully. So those were fun. Gino hasn't seen any of this stuff. He didn't go with me yesterday. My friend Michelle went with me. So that was fun. And then, oh my goodness, Kim, why do you ask that? Why do you say that? I had somebody ask me that. If it's a rerun, then yes. The rerun probably played. I hate it when it does that. Then I got this little canister. This was $8.99. Oh, it's probably a rerun of that dumb paranormal show that we were on. Literally, we forgot. We didn't take into account the rerun aspect of it. We thought we weren't going to tell anyone, and we were just going to do it, and then it would play, and, you know, nope. It's go through reruns. Hi, Jeffrey. You did? Oh, you're going to love it. I mean, you can take, you know how this tape's on this paper? You could get it off there. I'm just saying. It's like magic. Magical. I had so much fun at Home Goods. I'm telling you what. I haven't been in there in a while. Hi, Wanda. Yeah, I know, but still. It's embarrassing. I'm trying to get organized down here. I have so much stuff. But my friend, I gave her a bunch of stuff yesterday. That huge oil painting. She's going to put it in her dining room. She took a box to Goodwill for me. And I still am so... I'm trying to, like, reorganize and set stuff up. Like, I bought this little wooden thing, so I'm trying to put some of my add-on stuff in there. Anywho, I bought these candles for Halloween, and I have black amethyst glass candlesticks that I got. I'm not sure who makes them, but they're gorgeous black candlesticks, and I am going to put these in there. I thought they were really cool. And in my dream last night, this is how I don't sleep. Let me tell you, I had a busy night in my dream Friday night. Let me just tell you. I told the story while we were playing cards last night, and they thought I was a little wackadoodle, and I'm not going to say I'm not. But my first dream of the night was we were going to go to Dubai, because, you know, I've been seeing the Dubai chocolate, so yeah, let's just go to Dubai. Well, my friend, she was driving, and we decided we were going to drive to California and get on a ship there. So we're driving to California. She can't stay on the road. And we're driving down these roads where it's like drop off into a canyon. And there's like the road is here, and then it drops down onto like gravel. And her wheel keeps going off the road and catching and almost dragging us. And I'm like freaking out about that, but I don't want to like say anything. Then we end up in California. because she doesn't want to fly. She's scared to fly. So we decide the best way to get to Dubai is on a cargo ship. That's the most cost effective way, is we're going to ride on a cargo ship. But they don't let you sit inside. We have to sit on a bench outside. Yeah, I do. We have to sit on a bench outside on the cargo ship. Well, I set my purse. There's like a grate on the outside of the ship where you step onto it and then you can load into the ship. I think it's a good idea to set my purse on that grate instead of having it next to me. I'm just watching it sit on the grate. It falls into the ocean. We're out in the middle of the depths of the ocean. So my friend asked for one of those radar things, and she's like, yeah, it's all the way down there, but I think they can get it. I'm like, they're not going to be able to get my purse from the bottom of the ocean. It's like 800 feet or whatever it was. And it had my passport, all my money. It had my cell phone. It had everything in it. So I'm panicked about that. Then I wake up, go to the bathroom, and I'm like, that was a crazy dream. Like, I was stressing. It was like this whole big thing. So then I fall back asleep. And once you know it, I watched a TikTok before I went to sleep about garage sales. The thing that they're saying is happening in Arizona. It's happening in Florida. It's happening in California, where some of the comments, oh, yes, it's happening here. I haven't seen it here. But what happens is when you have a garage sale, a carload of women will pull up, and they'll jump out and they'll start shopping. And some of them will distract you. Other ones will start stealing stuff because they have huge bags. And then another car will pull up with the men, and they try to access the house and rob the house while they got you outside. So in my mind, that was, well, I was having a garage sale in my dream, and wouldn't you know, that freaking happened, but I was prepared. So they're distracting me. I'm like, oh, someone's trying to get in my house. Well, just as I walk over there, there's a guy walking out. And I was like, what? I don't want to cuss on here, but I was like, what the F are you doing in my house? And so he like tries to get away. We scuffle. We're like fighting in like the roadway. And he bear sprayed me in my face. And I was like, oh, well, neighbors were walking by. And so I'm like panicked and stuff because he just sprayed me in the face with bear spray. I've never been sprayed with bear spray, so I'm assuming it's pretty bad, but I got over it real quick. And they helped me get him on the ground, and he had handcuffs. So we handcuffed him, and I beat the shit out of him. I mean, I beat him. I was telling them last night, you know what I was doing? I was leaning on his throat with my kneecap until he turned purple, and then I would take my knee off, and then I kept doing that, and then I pound him. I was like, I must have a lot of aggression built up in me. Like, I'm gonna beat someone's ass. And then I pulled all my stuff out of his car. He had all my jewelry, all my stuff. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Bree. And he had all my jewelry and stuff and everything. I pulled that out, and he had other stuff in the car. I took that too. And then I woke up and I was like, what did I eat before I went to bed? It was so crazy. And then I had, I know, it was my dream last night. I had the weirdest dreams. But anyway, it was a rough night. Friday night, I didn't get much sleep. Then last night so anyway, we're just going through my haul. But last night I dreamt about these candles because I was thinking if I put these in those candles or in the candle holders and then get little witchy shoes or something, I might be able to put them on the end and they would look like little witch feet. But I don't know. And as soon as I saw these, it reminded me of that I was trying to craft witch legs out of these because they look like stockings. Anyway, I know, I'm weird. Okay, so I have, what else did I get? I think I got something else at Home Goods, but it's upstairs. And then these are the Joanna Parker salt and pepper shakers. They had a bird and an owl one too, but they weren't as cute as the little ghost ones. So I got them. And they got little polka dots on the bottom. The packaging was broke, but it was the only one I could find. So I did grab those. I grabbed a vintage ornament because people are always looking. Actually, this is not from Home Goods. This is from a garage sale. just ended up in my home goods bag. So we got that. I am weird. And then when I was out in San Francisco, when we lived out there in Napa, years ago, I bought this tote bag and I still have it up in my closet. Well, when I was at Home Goods, I spotted this and I was like, that's my tote bag. It's by this Mark Tetro. And it's a little wallet. It matches the tote bag, so I had to get it. And they had all different kinds of little doggies. This is the guy right here. They were very inexpensive, $7.99 for a little handled wallet to match my tote bag. I haven't carried that tote bag in years, but hello, I could not leave it behind. That tote bag I got in like the mid to early 2000s. And to see that, I was like, so I got to dig that tote bag out and I'm going to put this wallet with it. All right. So we got one chippy plate I need to take back. Let's just dig right in. I don't have anything too exciting, guys. It was kind of a slow garage sale weekend, but I did get some stuff, okay? Dee's been on me about rolling pins. So every time I see a rolling pin now, I'm grabbing it, okay? We got the red handled one. This one's probably the oldest one. I thought, do I want to paint the handles a different color? Do I want to sell it red? I'm just going to leave it red, see if anybody wants it. Isn't it adorable? And then these two wood ones, you know, these I don't think are vintage, but you can certainly craft with them. The wood ones. You got me buying rolling pins now, Dee. My word. Boop. And boop. Oh, and someone gave me a box of toys. That's why she's sitting back here. This is Kid Sister. If anybody's interested in vintage toys, I'll show you those too. But we've got Kid Sister here. She's what, from the 80s, I would guess? I know. My buddy, wherever I go, he's gonna go, my buddy. And then there was Kid Sister, wherever she goes. Yeah. So I think my sister actually had her. It was after my time, but those were always fun. All right. I picked up some fun items. Oh, really, my buddy? Hi, Clint. I think my sister had my buddy. She must have come out after my buddy. I think she was like a newer one. When we were at Walmart, I saw these pencils. I got these as package toppers. They say like positive things like grace, not perfection, believe in yourself, you got this. They're just a fun little package topper, so I got a few boxes of those to add into people's orders, people's boxes. I'm a sucker for Christmas ornaments, of course. Had to get the Villainous. I love Hallmark ornaments. We got the castle. If I see them for $1, I'm picking them up. This one was super cute. It's an old Crayola one. I love the colors on it, that vibrant, like the primary colors, rainbow colors. Love that. So I did grab those. A marble. Why one marble? It was in the free box. So I grabbed it. Why not? I don't know. Why not? Who uses bingo cards to craft with? That's my question, because I got quite a few different ones. These are going to be great to use to craft with, especially you could use them at Christmas time, Halloween. These ones are awesome for Halloween, but wait till you see the other ones I got. I'll show those to you shortly. So we have a whole stack of bingo cards here. These are just they're the cardboard, okay? These have like a you know, an old patina to them, so they're like, you know how the paper gets kind of yellowed and brown. That's how these are. So I have a big stack of those available, and they came with, look at this, bingo counter discs, and I'll probably, these are the different numbers. I will probably pull out the 25 and the 31. Or maybe I'll just leave them complete, but these are cute in a jar. Are you Disney fanatics? Oh my gosh. I love Disney. Yes. And I've only been twice. I lived out in California and I went to Disneyland. I've never been to Disney World. Would love to go. This is just like a big card. I'm probably just going to toss it. It's just kind of wonky. That'll probably just toss. And whenever I see these old Rhonda and Rodney reindeer, I always pick these up because I have a collection of these. I had these back in the day. I always loved them. I love their little tushies and their jammies. So whenever I see one, I grab it. I know. Do you know, I'm in Ohio. And growing up, we were super poor. We couldn't afford to go to Disneyland growing up. We have an amusement park here called Cedar Point. So that's where we always went, was Cedar Point. We did go to Busch Gardens because I had my grandparents were in Florida. Yeah, you have a collection of them too. So we always just went there because we didn't have a lot of money growing up. So, but I would always see. My brother bought me when I was little. Bought me a subscription to the old Walt Disney World magazine, you know, the one in the 70s. I think they were bigger. And I would always just look at the pictures and be like, oh, I'm going to go there. So when I went to Disneyland, first thing I did, I wanted to go on It's a Small World. That's nostalgia for me. The Dumbo ride. I wanted to see it. I wanted, you know, it was all this stuff. I didn't care about riding there. I just wanted to go see everything. I took pictures and it was just amazing. The second time that was with Gino. My boss actually bought us tickets to go. So we went. And then the second time I tagged along with a friend who was going. They had like room in the car and they're like, hey, you want to go? I was like, yeah. And we went at Halloween time and she was with her family and they were doing like the baby rides because she had her granddaughter. So I was by myself and I learned about single rider line and I rode a whole bunch of rides that I never got to ride the first time and the Haunted Mansion. And so I went on stuff and then we were running through the park late at night because her daughter went with me at night once the baby was asleep. And so we ran through the park and got on. It was just really, really fun. So I've never been to Disney World, so I definitely need to go there. Hi, Mark. Yes. Oh, cool. I've never heard of Orient, Ohio. I'm in Sylvania. So I'm right on the Michigan line at the tippy top. Mm-hmm. I picked up this this lady had a Snoopy collection, but I grabbed the cutest one, the little Hallmark reindeer one. He's got little jingle bells. Just grabbed a little Snoopy. Sometimes I feel like if I go to someone's garage sale and there's nothing there, I always try to pick up at least one small thing because I feel weird leaving empty-handed. I know, I'm weird, but I think that's probably why I end up with this much shit. I try to buy at least one little thing at somebody's sale, if I can. This is a Dumbo. It's a Scentsy Dumbo, you guys. So he opens up in the back, and you put the sachet back there. I don't think he has one in there. Oh! I dropped an ornament. Boop. Yeah, there's not one in there, but you get the little Scentsy things, and you put them inside. His little zipper. And so I have some other ones too, but this is the first Disney one I found, and he was $1, you guys. He's like brand new. So cute. Oh, okay. I can say I don't get over to Columbus or, you know, any of those places very often. I can't tell you when the last time I was over that way. They thought you were Annette Funicello. Shut up, Gino. You be quiet. Now, I picked these up as, you know, just in case somebody would want these. I thought they were really neat. They're devotionals, 1 year devotional. It's a leather cover devotional. These also make good gifts. This one here, the Grace for the Moment. Beautiful devotionals you could give as a gift. I may stick one in someone's box sometime. But I have three different ones here. This one is a prayer a day for mothers. So I really liked that one too. Again, got to get something at the sale. The Ohio Valley Antique Mall. Ohio Valley. Now we're going to Springfield. We go to Springfield for the extravaganza every year. And there's 2 big antique malls. And I think one is Ohio Valley. Or Heart of America. Maybe it's Heart of America. Something like that. But we do go to the Springfield extravaganza. Wow. Definitely have to check that out. Hi, Ginger. We're always looking for new stores to check out, you know. I got a whole thing of LED lights. There's that's a long thing. I have a huge, I think it's, I don't know how, like 4 foot, 6 foot bird cage upstairs. So I want to put these throughout the bird cage, especially for Christmas time. So $3, why not? That's the time to buy them, right? Hopefully they work. If not, you know, I lost $3. I also we had a slot machine upstairs. Been trying to get rid of that for almost a year. Marketplace people are not reliable. So I finally ended up getting rid of that. I ended up giving it away yesterday. I just needed it gone. That's all. Let me move this out of the way. Sassy, your food's over here, baby. Come eat. Sassy. She freaked out when the smoke alarm went out. And so she wanted to go to the basement. She's down here with me. Sassy, you come get your food. Come here. Yeah, mama hold you. Come here. Sassy, come here. Yeah, mama hold you. She's coming over. She's 13. Come here, baby. Come here. Mama hold you. That's the mama hold you, baby. Okay. Okay, your mama hold you, baby. Yes. Want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. I love you. I love you, baby. Can I pet that dog? Yeah. He's a baby. This is Stassi Monroe. You say hi. Look at everybody right here. Everybody right there. You gonna eat your food. She has, as she's gotten older, she's gotten anxiety. So she doesn't want to be away from us now whenever there's a storm or a loud noise or the smoke alarm. She wants to be with us. Were you sleeping on the couch? Hey, Daddy brought your food down. It's over there. Can you go eat it? Try and eat it, okay? I'm going to go upstairs with Sissy. Eat your food. All right, so I picked up some Christmas ornaments again. They didn't. Thank you. Hi, Dottie. Is it Dodie or Dottie? Nice to see you. This lady had like 80s style Christmas. I didn't buy a bunch of it, but I did buy some of her older stuff. I got a bunch of these balls, and they almost like candy, right? So I got a bunch of those. I got some of the stripy satin balls. She had some cool ones of those. Woo! I got some of this stuff. This is fun to craft with. Let me see if I can get the bag out at the bottom. Just a bag of ornaments and stuff from her sale. They were like $1.25, 50 cents. But then I spotted this bag. Dodie. Hi, Dodie. And I don't really even, oh, I haven't seen this one before. I have a collection of the sugared candy blow mold. I love it, but I've never seen this one. This isn't as old. This is probably from the 80s, but I have not seen this particular style. That's pretty fun. I thought they were separate pieces, but they're not. That's all. Well, it's a little tangled. I'm going to have to get it undone. But look, it's candy, but there's also blow mold. Snowman, blow mold. Santa, and a blow mold angel. So it's a whole strand of that. So that's pretty fun. It was 75 cents, you guys. Fairfield, Ohio. I have a bad sense of direction too. What I will say. And I will check out your video on that for sure. I watched you the other night when you were doing a haul. Or the video that you had up where you were doing a haul. And that was pretty interesting. You got some good stuff. Alright. This sale that we went to had some good stuff. However, I went on the last day of the sale. She had started it on like a Wednesday or something. And I missed out on a bunch of stuff. Which is always a bummer. But she had some cool old buttons and stuff and sewing stuff. So I did grab that. Whenever they're on the cards, I love them. I know some people collect these. So I got a little button haul for you here. And I do have bags of vintage buttons for $5 each. If anybody's interested. Yes. Jeffrey, put your channel in there. Kim, make sure you put your channel. If you have a channel, put the link. Everybody follow. And I think, Jeffrey, you're not having a sale today, but you usually have them on Sundays, right? Love this card here with those women. That's why I bought it, was for that. You do? Well, I bought a whole collection of buttons at another sale, and I bagged them all up. So I picked this bag up specifically for this card here. But there's two other cards in there. They're very dusty. That's what I thought. And a needle book. I never find this particular one. And I know Misty always talks about it. I find other ones all the time, but I haven't come across a Sewing Susan one. And I finally found one. So that was fun. Got Sewing Susan. And then I'm digging through this 50-cent bin. And I come across this. What year is this? Doesn't say. But I was like, is that a diamond? Linden World Fine Jewelers. And I thought it was a diamond. Then I read it and it says genuine cubic zirconia. But it's on like an official looking card. I was like, well, for 50 cents, I mean, hello. There's a cubic zirconia in there. I'm not kidding you guys. I found that at a garage sale. A legitimate cubic zirconia. I had to get it. Then I found this, and I really want to dust it off. It's super dusty, but it's an acrylic egg with flowers in it. It is an acrylic egg. I know, right? Edge of your seat. Edge of your seat. I'm telling you. Boop. These I need to clean. And Jeffrey, you'll be able to appreciate this. Vintage dwarfs. Got the 7 dwarfs here, and they squeak. Walt Disney Productions, made in Hong Kong, made in Hong Kong, and all 7 of them are in there. They need to be wiped off because they're super dusty. I paid $3. She said she bought them in an antique store years ago, and they had their kids, and the one daughter loved Snow White, and so she would do her cake and set these around the cake. But they're squeakers. I have no idea their value, but I liked them. So we got them. And when I was at that sale, we were in his garage, and I always ask, because I'm a weirdo, hey, you know, I'm looking for vintage Christmas, old Halloween, any holiday stuff, antiques, whatever. And he's like, oh yeah, we've got some stuff. And I'm like, do you want to put it out? And he's like, yeah, probably won't be able to put it out today, but maybe in the future, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, hi, Romola. So I always ask, though, because you never know. It's happened where they're like, oh yeah, come in the house, we have this, whatever. And I'm like, whoa, okay. So sometimes you just walk into it. If you don't ask, you don't know. Well, when I was out there, he had a bunch of stuff on a shelf, and I spotted these 2 cigar boxes. So I was like, hey, are those for sale? And he's like, sure. I gave him $5 for the pair. I liked them. I like using the cigar boxes if they have a cool graphic. You open them up, you put some stuff in there. This one's 3 for 10 cents, so you can imagine how old this one is. Cardboard. It's got its paper label. I wasn't even going to get this one because I wanted the other one, but it was cheaper to get them both. Because he was like, well, $3 a piece, or both of them for $5. And so I was like, okay, I'll just get them both. This is the one I really liked. It's got the paper label on the end. Loved it. The graphic on there. The top has birds right there. Now, there is a little bit of rippling happening here to the paper, but I didn't care. And then inside, it's got the great graphic inside. And it says reduced to 5 cents, the most famous Selecto size cigar supreme. I have one upstairs that I use all year round. It's got a cool graphic on the front. I put little stuff in it. I just love it. They're great risers. So I grabbed both of those from him. Picked up this. This is by I. Gottinger and Company. We went to an estate sale. I bought this and one other thing. I didn't find anything. It was all picked over by the time we got there. But I loved this little plate. You have the leaves. You have a little tiny ladybug here, a dragonfly, and then you've got the ladybug up at the top. I love the cutout around the outside. Oh, so amazing. This is another fun yard sale thing. Didn't find anything else at the yard sale, but I did find fake lottery tickets for 50 cents. I gave them $1. They were actually my relatives. I was like, hey, I see them like once a year, like a cousin's kids. I'm like, I think those are sheep sitting there. They were. So they had these fake lottery tickets. I'm going to get somebody with these. You may get one as a package topper. Now that would be mean, wouldn't it? There's 5 tickets in each one. I'm just saying, and they're 5 different. You know how we do a Christmas saran wrap ball and we put prizes in there? Add a couple of these. Or, yeah, we could have some fun with that. For sure. This guy here is, I don't know where he was made. That's the tag on the bottom. It's a different language, but he's an old world Santa. I really liked his face. He's nice looking. He's got his sack on the back. Wooden base here. Why not? This guy had a sale. I know people like advertising. I was able to find 2 razor blade boxes in the orange and the black. These are great. Oh, was it Polish? Great for Halloween. Great advertising pieces still in the package. And then a red, white, and blue one. They still have the razor blades in there. This little stuff I really like to sell because it makes a big impact if you decorate, like using a cigar box. You fill it up, you throw in something like that. It's fun and not too serious. Now I did grab some more bingo cards here. Let me just pull them out because these are pretty amazing. Oh, let's see. These are great for the black and the orange. Yes. These are great for patriotic holidays, right? Red, white, and blue. I have a nice stack of those bingo cards. So I'm really excited about all the bingo cards I was able to score. If you craft with them, they're wonderful. I also have all of the discs and the numbers here. I was thinking of painting some of these little discs like a slatey blue, like a antique bluish green, and putting them in a jar. I thought they would look really cool. And then of course I've got all the number tiles. And those are always fun to put in jars as well. The old peanut butter jars. I love filling up old peanut butter jars, and then the big paper things. So old bingo game here. I'm gonna have those cards available. Have you ever heard of what is her name? Precious? No. Oh gosh, right when I have some of her stuff and now I can't remember. Anyway, you'll know it if you have her stuff. You know what I'm talking about. It's not Precious. It's something else. But here's a little ornament. Some of her stuff can sell really well. And I did end up finding the candle holder. It's a camel. I looked it up on eBay, and these sell for right around $50. So I grabbed the camel, and I cannot remember her name now. I have some of her pieces. Oh, I hate that. It'll come to me out of the blue, unless somebody puts it in there. Stay. Then yesterday we went to this lady's house. And she had a whole garage full of vintage stuff. Now she wanted retail prices. I don't know if she had like an antique store or what, but I did buy some stuff from her. I got some old photos because those are great to craft with. So let me show you what I got here. I love the ones that are in these old cardboard frames, especially if they have an Art Deco look to them. So we got this lady, this young lady here. I mostly bought these for the covers because really you could put another picture in there. I just loved that deco streamline look here. We have this fancy couple, and I think it's the same couple here, just in a full body pose. Couldn't pass up these. Me and Santa. I mean, come on. How adorable is that? I love the holder that's holding the picture. You can see you could take that picture out and put your own picture in there if you wanted to. But I thought that was adorable. And then there was one more like that. Santa and me. These were like at a department store, probably. Leonard Weisgard, it says. Merry Christmas. So an old department store photo. There was this one here. I thought she would make a lovely witch. And then more of these. Love the frame on this one too. And again, she'd make a nice witch. Yes, that's what I was thinking too. And then I bought this bag here. I'm really not sure what's in here, but I saw Max Factor, so I picked it up. This says, oh, it's from 1942, Max Factor Hollywood. Dear Miss Donofrio, you should know that we have discovered here in Hollywood about beauty, about cosmetics, about makeup. True, makeup is magic, but it is not so mysterious that you, yourself, cannot understand and use it to enhance your own natural loveliness. So it's a whole letter made out to her, 1942, from Max Factor. Okay. Oh, then it gives her a little booklet here. It is the new art of makeup, Max Factor Hollywood. So you get the whole booklet here on makeup and maybe how to apply it. We got 2 different courtesy cards. Max Factor's Makeup Studio Hollywood. How Frances D makes up in color harmony. So we have 2 of those. Courtesy cards. I don't know what those are. Complexion, eyes, hair. Oh, it's you are entitled to receive from Max Factor Hollywood your individual complexion analysis. So you can send away and get that. We have Max Factor Hints. It's a little book. You can get the cleansing cream for 55 cents, or you can mail away for it. Personal color harmony makeup chart. And it put her name right on there. And then this must have been the whole envelope that it came in. So a whole little Max Factor set here, which is kind of cool. And it's in the original envelope. I didn't even really look. I just thought it was Max Factor, and for $1, I grabbed it. Why not? She also had a bunch of advertisements. And when I saw this one, oh, I loved it. This would be amazing to frame for Easter. This one is from the Saturday Evening Post in 1949. Easter Sundays, April 17th, and it's got the Easter Bunny carrying the Whitman chocolate, the little squirrels looking on. I thought this would be really cute to frame. And it's just out of a magazine. She had a lot of the ads, but I liked this one. So that was the only one I got, because it was so cute. She had an old album. It's got the horse on it there, the tie here, so you open it up and add pictures. It's pretty much empty. It just has a front and back page here, photos. So you could, if you had old pictures that you want to put together in an album, you could do that with this old album here. I paid $1 for that. I always pick up spools when I see them. These were great because they were green already. These are great to craft with. There was a black one, which would be great for Halloween. I don't ever see the colored ones, but let me show you what I did with them. I did these little pumpkins. You can also glue heads on them. There's a lot you can do with the spools. But I did little felted pumpkins on the top of some spools. You could do whatever you wanted, but people do craft with them. They're just super fun. And I like picking up past stuff. I got a little fall pin, probably from like Hallmark. Peeking out of an acorn, was 25 cents. No idea what this is. I bought it though. Let's see. It says Bob Bailey's Steeplechase on the top. And she told me it's a nickel holder. So you push down here and you put your nickels in there. Do I have a nickel here? I thought I did on my table. Hold on, let's see if it fits. I do. Well, I'll be. It does hold your nickels. So you can put a whole bunch of nickels in there. That shows the age if you were using a nickel for telephone call. I thought you would use dimes, but yeah, it's a nickel holder. Something I haven't seen before, so why not? Now, I'm going to need your help with this one because I don't know what it is. I did buy it. It looks like it's French. Let me get this off of it real quick. I have no idea what it is. I think it's French writing. Oops, am I going backwards there? And it's in there. I bought it without knowing what it was. In my mind, I was thinking it was blush because I thought it said complexion. It says composition, not complexion. Mason Fondy, Hammond. It could be something really disgusting, and I have no idea. Number 1, number 2. It says composition, not complexion. I was thinking it was like a rouge thing. I don't know what it is. I paid $2.50 for it. Then I saw this little box, and these are kind of cool. I don't know if there's any value there. To be honest, I really don't even know what they are. But I saw this bluing powder box. And when I opened it up, it has all these little cards in here in what I'm assuming is German. And this box is old too. I'm assuming these are German. I have no idea what they say. No idea what they're used for. I paid $2.50 for this box too. I don't know. I thought they were very interesting. They're definitely old. Some of the graphics on here are beautiful. And there's quite a few of them here. So I bought these weird cards. No idea. And then the last thing I got, I still don't know what this is. She had it priced $25. And she's like, are you going to get that? And I'm like, oh. I said, I probably wouldn't be able to pay $25 for it. And she's like, well, how much would you pay? And I was like, $10. She's like, okay. I'm like, all right. I didn't even know if it's worth $10, but it says the Community Traction Company on the back of it. And this is the front of it. And there's little tokens in there. She's like, the tokens are still in there. And I'm like, oh, I have no idea what this thing is. I told Gino, I said, I bought it. I have no idea what it is. But it said Toledo on one of the tokens. Calling cards. Okay. I think that French box, I think, was razor blades, possibly for a barbershop. And you would use, oh, Okay. I'm going to have to do like a screenshot of it, right? And see if it brings up anything. There's tokens in here. And it says Community Traction Company, Toledo, which is where I'm at. I'm in Sylvania, but Toledo. You see it? Probably not showing it the best here. And then on the back side, it says, I don't know what it says at the top, but on the bottom it says one fare. And you just push down and stick it in there. And then the middle token, there's 3 different tokens in here, I think. This one says Railways, Indianapolis Railways. Good for one fare. So this is a little like token keeper for the train I'm taking. I don't know. And then the last one says Detroit and Canada Tunnel Company. Good for one fare. That one is cool. The Detroit one, Tunnel Company. And you just push down with your finger here. It lowers it, and you slide your token in. And so it keeps your tokens in this little metal box. I've never seen anything like that before. I have something over there that I never knew what it was, and it's very similar to this, and I'm wondering if, because I kept trying to open it, but I wonder if I push down on it, if it does something. So I'll have to check into that. But that, I'm all about buying the weird and unusual stuff. So I almost thought of that lady's name, Precious something. Not Precious. What is it? Oh my God, this is going to drive me crazy. Precious PB or something like that. Initials PB. Anyway, I did Google Translate, and you can do a picture image search of the language and do French to English on the little cards. They're so little, though. I will definitely do that when I have more time. I appreciate you all joining me for this wacky haul. Precious lavender buttons. Yeah. It's like on the tip of my tongue. It's not Precious. It's something else. It's Kringles. You know the Kringles? You probably don't know the Kringles. The Kringles. I want to say Precious Bartlett, and that's not it. And I was saying her name all day yesterday, and then this is how my brain is. I'll forget it like that. It's like you were just thinking about it. My gosh. That's going to drive me crazy. But anyway, I appreciate you all joining me for my haul. If you saw something you were interested in, shoot me an email. Precious Lavender Buttons, PLB. All of this will be available. I don't have prices on any of it now. You can always shoot me an offer. I'm pretty easy to get along with. Oh, I forgot to show you the toys. Let's do that real quick. Yes. So my friend gave me a whole box of just old children's toys. I don't know if there's any interest in these. I don't think this one's super old. But I remember this Fisher-Price guy here. The Fisher-Price teddy bear. And you pull, and I think he would play music. Right? It's got his little jammies on. Super cute. I remember this guy. This is Fisher-Price little bucket with the shapes. I don't think this one is very old. The rattle here is a fun little piece. Of course, the camera. It's a mountain goat, an orangutan, a hippopotamus, a deer, boxes. So that's kind of cute. And then a whole bag of old wooden blocks, which I don't think they're that old, but you can always craft with these. And there's quite a few in here. So if you want some blocks, you can always message me as well. And that is everything, guys. I appreciate you joining me. I do not have a sale this week, and I don't know if I'm going to have one next week. It's going to depend. I haven't looked at a calendar. There's a wedding, and we have people coming into town, and they're going to be staying with us, hence why I'm trying to clean the basement up. So I probably won't be able to do a sale the week of the wedding, but I'll keep y'all posted. It was great to see y'all. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and if you're off tomorrow, have a great holiday. Stay safe, be cool, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.